All right, y'all, free video number 2, 1.6 handicap, 14-year-old out of Vermont. Beautiful little swing. Let's let it play here as we go through, and then we'll kind of talk about some of the struggles that he has and why he has those, right? So he said he struggles with a hook and a block, and let's talk about why that is. So first thing you're going to see, and this just maybe because he's on a slanted, maybe a little bit of a hill here, but from face on, you're going to see he's got that ball way up in his stance there for what looks like a 7 or an 8 iron. Without knowing what him and his coach are working on, it's hard to say if that's on purpose or if that's just for this particular swing. So I'm not going to stress about that too much, but let's get into what really is potentially problematic, right? As he goes back here, super flexible, you're going to see this really unique kind of lean to the right, almost like you would with a driver, but he's doing that while sticking his hip laterally to the left, right? And so this is causing his body to literally fight itself, right? We're leaning and tilting to the right, and you can see down in the bottom view, you wouldn't even notice that's happening, right? Until you get on the face-on view, where you can really see that this left hip sticks out to the right. We tilt to the right kind of in a really unique way, and our body is really kind of fighting itself, okay? And so we would want to clean that up to where we would have way less side tilt, especially for an iron. That's okay with the driver, and I have some videos I've done with Juju and Tiger and some other great drivers of the golf ball where you get off your right side and you rotate and you do what I call this reverse K right here. But with an iron, we don't want to necessarily do that, especially with this hip pushing to the left like this. And so a really good drill is if you actually put your feet kind of together and you practice just turning almost as though there's like a tube right over the top of you. And that will help you feel like you're rotating without leaning and without shifting this left hip, right? So it's going to be a much simpler turn going back, okay? So that's the first thing I'd want to clean up if I was your coach. The second thing, which is probably why you have a tendency to hit a hook and a cut and a block, excuse me. This club face is super closed at the top, right, for a traditional golf swing, right? And when that club face is that closed, right, and then we shrink down the way you do and we get jammed up the way you do, see how we have to pull this left arm here to try to save it, right? You have great shaft lean, right? You probably smash the golf ball, but you probably have ball striking days where it's just all over the place, right? And so for a traditional golf swing, especially with this big turn to the right, from this position here, this is beautiful, but this club shuts as it goes up, as you can see down here. This club face gets really, really closed at the top, and I think it would just help you tremendously to get that toe kind of hanging down a little bit more instead of here, right? Getting that club face a little less closed would benefit you tremendously, okay? And then I really wanted to show you this move you have when you come down, okay? And so as you come down, shrinking and getting lower is fine. A lot of great explosive hitters of the golf ball round this shoulder like this, but we don't want to do that and move this way. We want to essentially stay where we're at, right? Because now we have no room. You've crowded the golf ball so much. Not only are we shut at the top, now we've crowded the golf ball with our body. Our arms have nowhere to go, right? And then you have to pull so hard left, right, that we're not maximizing this extension at all with this left arm the way you could, right? And so as athletic as you are and as beautiful as your move is, man, I mean, you could just be an absolute machine if we were to just get this club face a little bit more square at the top, get rid of this kind of diving forward and to the right, and then, fix this rotation going back. Simple things, but man, we clean those things up, and I'm telling you, you might be a plus 2.5 instead of a 1.6. Beautiful move. Hope this helps, and either way, you have a great weekend.